So you're from West Virginia, a big coal state, and I'm up here today reporting on climate change. What's coal done for West Virginia?
Yeah, it's an energy policy that works for our country. That's using everything we have, which is coal, natural gas, nuclear, and developing all the renewables.
Half the country is suffering through a drought. You know, there's water problems, water shortages in major metropolises, Texas, Georgia, all over the place. You've seen these superstorms, increasing frequency. Scientists are starting to be proven right about the gravity of climate change.
You know, I've never said and doubted that 7 billion people don't have an impact, and we have a responsibility. But you have to look at all the facts. And in the United States of America, we burn less than 1 billion tons of coal and depend on about 40% of our energy. And
electricity.
Electricity. And we can even do that a lot cleaner with some help from the government with technology. But there's 8 billion tons of coal being burned in the world.
What's coal done for West Virginia? I'm not being flippant here,
coal
but you're the poorest state. I mean, you lead the nation in rates of tooth loss. It's not...
Well, it's not coal's fault.
Well, they haven't given back to the state.
Well, basically what you've had ever since the Civil War, a lot of our state's been owned by out-of-state owners, if you will. So a lot hasn't been given back the way it should.
And now you're blowing your mountaintops off. So, I mean, your whole state is
basically
degraded.
We have no flat land. So if you're going to have it, what I would say is when I was governor is you have to have post-mine land use. If you're going to disturb the land, have a better use for it. If we'd have been planning and working with the federal government way back when, we could have had an agricultural base. We could have had so much. We could have had switchgrass, biofuels. We could have done all of these things, but no one would think about it. Because if somebody doesn't like something, to stop everything.
Well, isn't it because the only political power in West Virginia is the coal companies? I mean, Massey bought a judgeship.
Well, we have manufacturing, a tremendous manufacturing, telecommunication base now. We have technology.
I've seen that. You've had some.
We're diversifying. We're trying.
That's awesome. I have seen that. There's a new technology center in West Virginia.
Every state should do what they can to be energy independent in the cleanest fashion, in the balance of the economy and the environment. Everyone should be conscious about that. You know, I've always professed that.
Sure. Conservation is a value.
Every bit.
It's a moral value.
Sure. All of it should be. And the only thing I've said, West Virginia, we've had a lot of resources, and we've been exploited over many years.
Yeah.
Okay? But there is an awful lot of good jobs now have been created, and a lot of jobs are dependent, a lot of families are dependent upon it.
It's a culture.
It's a culture, but basically it's pretty good paying jobs. You know, 60, 80, 100.
Fewer and fewer because technology, the machinery.
Sure, with all that. But the ancillary jobs, it reaches further in our economy than just direct jobs.
Ripple effect.
Right. So with all that being said, we have wind. We have some of the largest wind farms in the eastern part of the country. We have hydro. Everything that we can do, we are going to be energy independent. We have now with the Marcellus Shale, the fracking that goes on from natural gas.
Would you support prioritize? I mean, it's expected that the president will bring up climate change in his State of the Union speech. Would you support a higher prioritization?
I'm supporting basically an all-in energy policy, and right now you can't pick one.
But your energy policy sounded like all fossil fuels, go get everything, and nuclear.
Well, you have to use them.
I didn't hear a lot about renewables or
$11 billion in subsidies. They got to carry themselves sooner or later.
How much have fossil fuels gotten through the years?
Oh, no, I don't.
How much are we paying to finance coal sequestration projects and research?
You only have one going on. If they'd funded one,
Future
we'd
Gen,
have one
right?
commercial.
Well,
That's in the president's state.
We were doing 7 at one time, and that they weren't working. So they said, well, instead of throwing money down the hole in 7 places, we'll throw it down the hole in 1 place, right?
That could be it.
Thank you. Is it governor? I guess it's senator now. Do you go by the most senior title, and would that be? What do people call you?
Like
Governor Reddick?
No, I'm a senator.
You're current. Okay. Thanks very much.